Good morning, students. Today's class, that is class 6, sixth class. The topic is it's same unit 2, Institute of Environment on Human Growth and Development. Let's see what are the effect of environment on human growth and development. Nature and environment provide essential goods and services for human development. So these are the two main important things that are required. The nature and then the environment that where you are living provide essential goods and services for human development. So that is where you are human development takes place. Malnutrition, inadequate water supply and environmental pollution pose serious problems to human health. So what are the problems that you face? Malnutrition, not enough food. It's a very common term for you, your topic, your subject. Then inadequate malnutrition you learn in your main subjects, isn't it? So malnutrition, those who are not being fed properly. Inadequate water supply, there is not enough water supply. Environmental pollution, because of too much of environmental pollution, all these problems are serious problems to human health. In an environmental perspective, shortage of arable land, that is land suitable for cultivation. When you talk about environmental perspective, shortage of arable land, which is land required for cultivation, and water stress are important drivers for food vulnerability. So land suitable for cultivation and water stress are important drivers for food vulnerability. So that is, they are very much required. Water is required, the food should be there. You should have, if you have land to cultivate, and then you can survive, and good water are the important drivers for the problems of food. Now, next one is factors which influence human growth and development. First one, heredity. Heredity and genes play an important role in the transmission of physical and social characteristics from parents to offspring. So, the hereditary character is the genes, all these play an important role in the transmission of physical and social characteristics from parents to offspring. Different characteristics of growth and development like intelligence, aptitudes, body structure, height, weight, color of hair and eyes are highly influenced by heredity. So what are the different characteristics of growth and development? Say intelligence, aptitude. So body structure, height, weight, color of hair, eyes are also influenced by, all these are genetically, you are getting it from your parents, and then it is being passed on to the next generation, that is the offspring. Next is sex. Sex is a very important factor which influences human growth and development. Physical growth of girls and teens is faster than boys. You will find that the girls grow up quickly during the teens. Overall, the body structure and growth of girls are different from boys. So the overall body structure and growth of girls are different from boys. Next one is socio-economic factors. Socio-economic factors definitely have some effect, as the children from different socio-economic levels vary in average body size at all angles. The socio-economic factors have the same effect, or as the children from different socio-economic levels vary in. So there are from different children from different socio-economic level, because they vary in according to the nutritional level, and their body size at all ages it varies. So that is basically because what is your social status, what is your economic status, depending on that your body size also will change. The upper level families being always more advanced because of better nutrition, because the upper level they have economically socially sound, so their nutrition is better facilities, they have regular meals, sleep and exercise, so which will add on to their physical features, physical structures. Family size also influence growth rate, as in big families with limited income sometimes have children and that do not get proper nutrition, hence the growth is affected. So family size is also one another factor that influences the growth rate in big families. like with minimum, within limited income. Within limited income, sometimes have children that do not have proper nutrition, and hence the growth is affected. So there are more number members in the family and they are not able to feed, then the growth, they do not have proper nutrition, hence the growth is affected. Next one, nutritional. Growth is directly related with nutrition. The human body growth is, everybody knows that if we are having good nutrition, here also we have discussed about upper level families having advanced, are more advanced. Why? Because they are getting better nutrition. So and hence their, because of better facilities, regular sleep, meals, exercise, etc., their upper level families are better well off and the nutrition level is also good, and hence the growth is also directed with nutrition. The human body requires an adequate supply of calories for its normal growth, and this need of requirement vary with the phase of development. The human body requires an adequate supply of calories for its normal growth, and this need of requirement vary with the phase of development. The human body requires an adequate supply of calories for its human body requires an adequate supply of calories for a, they need a specific supply of calories for their normal growth, and this need of requirements, vary with the phase of development. So this will depend on the phase of development. Next is pollution. Air pollution not only affects the respiratory organs but also have harmful effects on human growth, which you can see in Delhi, which is highly polluted air pollution, and hence they are all having a respiratory problems, and hence it is harmful. It is having an harmful effect on human growth. Indoor population or the population from housing conditions can result in ill health. So in indoor pollution and pollution from housing condition will also have a result in ill health and can have negatively impact human growth and development. Next is familial influence. Families have the most profound impact in nurturing a child and determining the ways in which they develop psychologically and socially. The families have the most profound impact in nurturing a child and determining the ways in which they develop psychologically and socially. So how they are being nurtured in the family will determine the way in which they develop psychologically and socially. Whether they are raised by their parents, grandparents, foster care, they need basic love. Either they have their own parents, grandparents, or been looked after by somebody in the family, foster care. They need basic love, care, courtesy to develop as the healthy functional individual. So if you want to develop as a healthy function, you need all these basic things: basic love, care, and courtesy. The most positive growth is seen when families invest time and energy and love in the development of child through activities such as reading to them, playing with them, and having deep meaningful conversations. So the most positive growth is seen when families invest time with the family, energy and love in the development of child through activities such as reading, playing with them, and having meaningful conversation. Families that abuse or neglect children would affect their positive development. If some families they abuse or neglect the children, that will affect their positive development. They end up as individuals who have poor social skills. So their social skills also become very poor, and difficulty, they'll have problems in difficulty, problems of bonding with other people. They have difficulty in bonding with other people as adults. As they grow big, whatever negative feeling that they had in their family because of abuse in the family, that will affect their positive development. Next one is geographical influences. The place one lives has a great influence on how children turn out to be. So which place you are living, if you are living in a very good place, naturally that will have an influence on the individual growth and development. The schools they attend, which school they study, that is also matters. The neighborhood they live in, which neighborhood they live in, The opportunities offered by community and the peer circles are some of the social factors affecting a child's development. So, the opportunities offered by the community, schools they attend, the neighborhood they live, the peer circles, friend circle are some of the social factors affecting a child's development. Weather of a place also influence children in the form of a bodily rhythm. If you are living in a good weather where there is no pollution, air pollution, in the form, so if they are living, the weather also influences children in the form of bodily rhythm, allergy, and other health conditions. Now, what are the 6 areas of development? 6 areas of development, learning development are personal, social, and emotional development. Then communication skill, language, and literacy, mathematical development, knowledge and understanding of the world, physical development, creative development. All these are basically related to the human development and growth of an individual. So all these areas should be developed for being a good human being. Thank you.